So I can't say for 100% certain, but I'm going with 99.9. Those are literal bottles of piss. All right, guys, we just got another order, but the question is, can I fit it in the driveway? You ever wondered what is it that I do when I can't fit this whole setup into someone's driveway? Even with your mobile homes, there's nothing that a dump trailer can't do. So I am just barely inside that driveway. So not every job is gonna be perfect for the roll-off trailer. So I do like to keep a couple dump trailers on hand. This is also my go-to for cement work because this trailer is badass. The telescopic lift will lift anything, and this is my lightest possible setup under CDL. So I have truck and trailer combination. When you get into the roll-offs with a dumpster on the back, I mean, maybe if I order a 10-yard, something along those lines, it'll cut a couple pounds out, but I'm about 18,000 pounds with my truck, trailer, and bin. Whereas with this trailer, I'm about 14,000 pounds. But in this case, we're doing it for size reasons. So anytime I have a job that's more than, I don't know, 20 minutes away, and even the local ones I look up as well, but definitely on the jobs that are a little drive, I always Google map the house. Now I Google mapped this address, and not only did it save me the trip with my roll-off, but I also discovered that when they gave me the address, they didn't give me the mobile unit. It just pulled up the park itself. So I contacted them. They told me what number to drop it off at after the fact. But, you know, if I would have come out here at 7 in the morning, might not have been an option. So I got the correct unit number, got the address, and then when I realized it was a mobile home park, I actually asked if they had the number for management, because I wanted to find out if I would even be able to get a roll-off in the driveway, and if I wasn't able to, would I be able to put it in the street? So I got the phone number for the management company. There's a lady. Called her up, said, hey, I got a request for a dumpster. I'm looking to drop it off. I see on Google Maps this is a trailer park. It looks like it's gonna be a little bit tight if I can't fit it into the driveway. And she immediately just cuts me off, doesn't even let me finish my question, and goes, oh, that's not gonna work, you can't do that. She starts going into all the reasons why I'm not gonna be able to fit a dumpster in the driveway. And I say, okay, is it possible? And she's still not letting me finish the question. She's cutting me off, telling me, no, that's not gonna work. I got off the phone, I called up the client. So I say, this is what I'll do for you. I'll drop off a dump trailer. It'll fit in the driveway. Not gonna be a problem. I think it's the better tool for the job, and I wanna help you out however I can.
2 days later.
So I can't say for 100% certain, but I'm going with 99.9. Because if you could smell what I smell right now, those are literal bottles of piss. Those are literally bottles of piss. It's disgusting. Pick it up, I take it to the dump. The transfer station that I go to is a class 3 transfer station. So class 1 allows food, class 3 does not. Right? Residential stuff, non-food. And I lift it pretty much all the way up, drive off, stuff gets stuck, doesn't all dump out, but quite a few bags fall on the floor. I go to pick it out, and the guy's, he doesn't speak English, but he's no. And then he's trying to tell me to put the bags back in the trailer, but he's saying I could take the rest of the stuff out before I do the bags. I didn't realize, because I checked a few bags, but I didn't check all the bags. I didn't realize that every one of these bags is full of food. There was also bags of clothes and stuff, which they let me leave there, but all that food can't dump at my transfer station. I'm pretty annoyed. I got probably 10 plus bags of food waste, and when I say food waste, I mean heavy, wet food waste, not, a light load where you can just toss the bags back in, but literally 40, 50 pound, barely holding on, the trash bags barely holding on type food stuff. So he said, he pulls out his Google Translate, says, go ahead and take the furniture stuff out that you want, that's fine, but you got to put the bags back in. So I'm annoyed at this point, really annoyed. So I'm still loading up 3 or 4 back into the trailer by hand as the front loader operators, going to drop those in the dumpster, and there's a couple bottles on the floor that are not the color that they should be. Outside of getting it tested in a lab, I promise you it's piss. Now I've wasted 2 hours of my life because I can only dump half my load. I got to dump the second half right now. Literally touching objects that God knows what has touched them. Literally threw away the gloves I was using because I'm not putting those back in my truck. Need to get this stuff gone. I can't really have this stuff parked anywhere near my house for sure, but I don't even want this stuff near my storage lot. Just an overall really bad situation. All right. Now that's all the stuff that the customer did that really upset me. But the even greater kicker is now on top of all that stuff, I realize I took his order over the phone. I emailed out the invoice at the end, but he had paid over the phone and he never actually opened up the email and signed the contract. In my head, I'm thinking of all these different charges and what I'm gonna, like how I'm gonna stick it to him. But at the end of the day, I'm more mad at myself for messing up my own process and not forcing him to get that signature on that document before I went and dropped off a dumpster. Usually I'm pretty good at that. It is something I, every now and again I'll slack on a little bit. And I told him, it's not like I didn't recite it to him. I just didn't make sure that he opened up that email, signed that invoice, and all that before I went and dropped it off. So after I realized that, it puts me in a real dilemma. I have to decide how I'm going to proceed, because I do have the ability to charge his card again, but he also has the ability to dispute it at this point because I don't have a signed contract. Now, if he goes above and beyond disputing the additional charge, he could even dispute the original charge because, once again, I don't have a signed contract. It's a tough spot to be in, because if you go for the extra, you could lose it all. And if you don't go for anything, now you've wasted 2 hours additional of your life. You've had to dump at 2 different locations. You're picking up piss water bottles. It's a bad spot to be in.